I uploaded a video of myself, like, I don't know, 1 year ago or something, and in which I talked about my ghosting experience. And meanwhile, I had extensive contact with my ghoster, and I wanted to share my experience. Before, I will briefly summarize what have happened and what I told you in the previous video. I've been in a long distance relationship like about 3 years ago. I'm from Europe and my ex-girlfriend was from Latin America. And last time when I visited her, she broke up with me because she met someone new, and then she ghosted me. So you could say, okay, this doesn't sound like a hard story because she broke up and then you at least already knew what goes on, yeah, and then you got ghosted. That on the one hand, that's right. On the other hand, breakup came out of nowhere. She also behaved super contradictory, like she broke up with me, but at the same time, like she sent me an overwhelming love message and announced to search for me in Europe and stuff like that. So it was super confusing for me. And I personally needed a closure, a last conversation in order to clear up things. And that didn't happen. It felt for me super unsatisfying. It also felt super hard for me, like literally as a close person would have died. It was a terrible experience. And well, like more or less 1 year ago, I contacted her via common acquaintance because I thought the chance that she would reply to my acquaintance would be higher than the chance that she would reply to me. And in this message, I offered her a reconciliatory conversation, but she denied and told this to my acquaintance. So that was what I told in the previous video. So now, about half a year ago, my ghost contacted me via my acquaintance and told that she would like to agree to this conversation and that she thought about it and that she needs a closure for herself. Okay. So that was super surprising for me. I agreed, I confirmed. And in the end, we had this super long and intensive conversation going on for about fucking 4 hours. I wouldn't have expected this. It was a good conversation. Well, first I asked her, why in hell did you contact me? And she explained me that she broke up with her former boyfriend and that she thought about my offer and she wanted a closure for herself. First, she felt a bit like afraid, but then finally she dared to contact me. Okay, so that's the background. Well, so I asked her, why did you do this? Why did you ghost me? And the reason she gave me was that actually her boyfriend forbid her to speak with me. So it seems that this kind of thing in Latin America that you shouldn't talk with your ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. I don't want to say that this happens in all Latin America. Yeah, but it seems that it happens there more frequently. It has to do with some, I don't know, sense of honor, something like that. So the whole thing was due to a intercultural reason. That was crazy. Well, she also mentioned that she personally thought that everything would be clear. Meanwhile, for me, nothing was clear and I urgently needed a closure. So there was a different estimation of the situation between us. She also thought that probably it would be the best for me not having the chance to talk with her, what was obviously a wrong estimation. So that was what was going on in her mind. Well, I explained to her that this was going on in my mind for ages, yeah, and that this was driving me crazy. But what surprised me was that she listened with lots of attention, but she didn't really make an excuse. Like, she explained herself, but she didn't show empathy or compassion. Yeah, like I would have expected something like, "Oh my God, I didn't do this. Oh no, I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you. I didn't want to hurt you." But she didn't say things like this. So this showed me that She has a problem of putting herself in place of another person. She has a problem with empathy. She even made a couple of approaches like, why do you consider me such a bad person? Or once I remember you didn't respond me for 3 days. And I was like, what? I didn't respond you for 3 fucking days? Well, possible, maybe, but what's the point? By stuff like that, yeah. As to be honest, I still felt attracted by her, and she admitted that she also would feel kind of attracted by me. So this was kind of weird. And after the conversation, at first I felt kind of hyped. I was really confused, and I needed a couple of days in order to calm down again and to realize that this is done for me. In the end, we went out peacefully, and it was a good conversation. I really benefited from this conversation. So this made a difference. On the same hand, I want to stress that maybe your ghoster might contact you. That happens from time to time, as far as I know. But I think the main reason why she contacted me was more because of an intercultural aspect. Furthermore, although the conversation did very well to me, there was one thing I did miss, and this was empathy, a certain amount of compassion. This didn't occur, and it never will. So I also want that you keep this in mind, that you're aware of this. Meanwhile, I had the opportunity to think a lot about what have happened, and I personally think one of the reasons why ghosting hurts so much is not because you were so close to this person. Because imagine, I don't know, think about your family, think about your good friends and so on. Ghosting hurts, yes, but I think why it hurts so much is because you had feelings for this person, because you were in love with this person. Yeah? So it triggers your love pain. Why I mention this is because I think the fastest way to overcome the pain of ghosting is not to contact your ghost over and over again. You should try once, twice, but not over and over again. But to meet new people, yeah, like have romantic dates, or maybe just make new friends, gather new experiences, whatever, respectively experiencing new things, enjoy life, whatever. I think that's the most effective thing you can do in order to overcome this pain. Thanks for listening.